Can you tell us about why the walkout? Is it a walkout?
Basically, it is this. We told them that in the press release yesterday, we were, seeing that press release, we were happy that the deficit teachers would meet with the government. But then to our shock, we saw that half of the deficit teachers, meaning the GHDS TEA from Garo Hills and the MCN TEA, the non-teaching staff of colleges, are not invited to the meeting. And so if you have to listen to the concerns of the deficit teachers and employees, call the full group, all the deficit from the government. And then back there, they were trying to create a narrative that this act of 1969, in short, the Meghalaya Provident Fund Act of 1969, may include, that is a travesty of justice. That is so unfair when we have this act exclusively for us. We cannot accept that. The government may try to do anything, but then we will keep pleading to the government. Please see logic in what we are requesting. It is based on the notifications. It is based on what we saw happenings in the court and the different meetings that we had, the deficit teachers had with the government and so on. So just respect that. And now, again, we told them that to come up with a scheme so different that was assured through notifications, through gazette notifications, it is totally wrong. And they said that they would call us for a meeting with all the deficit teachers and employees without leaving any group. Let us see if that happens. And we also told them that regarding the scheme 2026, because they are trying to portray that scheme of 2026 is the best, But then we are trying to tell them that we have done our homework. Let us debate on the scheme 2026. Let us show our objections, but then with only the government officials. I told them that the presence of bank officials and other people in the meeting is not appropriate. It's not appropriate. And then we also told them that the tampering, this constant arbitrary tampering of the board of trustees is not fair. It is not just. Just one thing, because the board of trustees that was set in 2023 is due to complete its term this year, later this year. It has not completed its term, a term of 3 years. And since that time, there have been already this reconstitution, changing, tampering of the BOT 3 times already. So that is highly objectionable.
Which group you are representing?
I'm representing KJDSTA, Khasi Jaintia Deficit School Teachers Association.
So you are saying that only 2 groups were invited?
Yes, only MCTA and only KJDSTA.
So which are the other remaining group?
GHDSTEA, the Garo Hills Deficit School Teachers and Employees Association, and the Meghalaya College Non-Teaching Employees Association.
What is the next course?
The next course, we will have to wait. I hope that meeting happens soon between us, the deficit teachers and employees, and the government. And we hope we can press home the point that what we are asking is only legal, is only logical. So do not substitute what we were supposed to get. As I told earlier in the press conference, that the process for that proper NPS, the process for the implementation of that Central Provident Fund scheme, out of which was born that scheme of 2023, was on. So you cannot just block that process and then bring up a totally different scheme. So we will keep talking to them, and we will keep talking to them in the ways that democracy allows.
This matter is pending in the High Court. So will you be waiting for the verdict or what?
No, the government itself is not waiting for the verdict of the High Court. It is forcing us to register for this scheme of 2026. So with that tension in our hearts, with that anguish in our minds, we say, please stop this, please stop this. But then something is amiss somewhere, really, for the government not to see that what we are asking it to do is only legitimate.
So what are the groups remaining there?
The groups, I think the BOT members, if I look at the letter, the BOT members, the bank officials, you would be surprised. When it is a meeting for us to share our concerns with the government, bank officials would be there. No, we know what is NPS. We know other things regarding CPF and so on. So really, it is a misfit for the government to call the bank officials. And then the BOT members, Sir Mantri just said that the BOT members of the newly constituted Board of Trustees, I really do not know them. I was not aware of this. I was not really aware of this because I still stick to that legal BOT with its bylaws, with its registration and so on and so forth. That was done back in 2023.
All the teachers walked out.
No, from MCTA, the president and secretary came. From KJDSTA, the president and secretary came, and we came out because there was no point. There was no point. We want them to listen to our concerns. That's all.